All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it with a NASCAR Thunder 2004 Career Mode live stream. It's going to be a fun one here today. It's going to be interesting as well because we have not played this game on the channel in almost 3 weeks' time. Sorry for the break in the action with the video game stuff, but there was a problem with my laptop and running OBS that hopefully should be figured out. So with that being said, shouldn't be any pauses in today's race. Now I will say the last 2 times we did try to live stream this, I ended up running a Pocono race and a Brickyard 400 race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Pocono, I had my worst stuff. We finished like 41st, so you didn't miss much there. And then at Indianapolis, you guys probably missed the end of that race because of the cutout, and I didn't realize it till there was like 8 laps to go. So I just finished the race without actually streaming it. And if I remember correctly, I think it finished like 14th and 15th, had a pretty solid run. Watkins Glen today, we qualified 23rd for this race, so we did meet our sponsorship expectation for our secondary sponsor, which was to qualify top 25. So now we got to finish top 25 to get that as well. I don't really know what the problem is with me at Watkins Glen. Last season, I ran pretty well there. For whatever reason, I did not seem fast in practice and qualifying when I was going at it a little bit ago. I ran a lot of practice laps. I ran more practice laps than what I would run in the race. Between qualifying, those 2 laps, practice, happy hour, I probably ran like 24, 25 laps just trying to find a setup that would be fast and it would be handling well. And if I had a lot of downforce in the car because of the long straightaways at Watkins Glen, I wasn't fast down the straightaways and I wasn't up to pace that I should have been. I think I was kind of topping out right around like the back half of the teens, low 20s, which stinks because we finished 3rd at Sonoma, so I know we could have a really fast go at it here. We had a chance to win that race. We didn't have the fastest car in that one, but we finished 3rd, right about where we probably should have finished. I hope that we can get a top 10 out of this race today. At the same time, too, I haven't played this game in almost 3 weeks, so outside of like the 2 races I ran individually, which wasn't really much practice, obviously, either. So with that being said, I might be a little rusty throughout the 6 races on this stream, unfortunately, because that might have played into an effect of why I qualified 23rd at Watkins Glen. So we're going to go with it. We're going to hope for the best, and let's get into
the NASCAR Winston Cup Series made a right turn today on its way to Watkins Glen International for today's race, the Sirius at the Glen. The Glen is a road course that can be quite a challenge to these drivers.
Said that in my
Isn't that right,
Vince McMahon voice.
To the right. You want a car that can turn both ways with ease. Of course, that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, I ended up, I was going back and forth on my wedge adjustments. Ended up putting around a wedge into it post happy hour into the race, so hopefully that goes well. Oh yeah, I'm all ready for hockey season. Wade Selensky, Derek Booth, TJ the Sloth, thanks for tuning in. Very early afternoon. Just in case we did have any issues with the stream today, that's why I'm running this stream a little early in the day.
Might even put you in the top 5. We'll see what happens.
Jerry Labonte cannot be too happy with his qualifying runs of the road courses.
I'll tell you what, we better have a good race going for ourselves here. We need this. I just want to not wreck. I mean, that's the big thing. I wrecked at Watkins Glen last year running top 15. I was like 13th, wrecked out of a potential good finish. I think I finished like 27, so to have a good run, we're probably going to have to pull the same strategy we did at Sonoma, which was to run a lap or 2 and then pit early as soon as we get in the window and try to get that clean air, clean track position and go from there. We don't have as fast of a car. Hopefully, I took a lot of downforce out of it too, so it's probably going to be edgy. I have to know that it's going to be edgy. We're going to make a lot of contact, I'm sure, these first lap or 2 until we make that pit stop, so we just got to hope we don't damage the car too badly. Tony Stewart's on the pole. He was fastest in practice as well. If you can't remember, Tony Stewart, Dale Jr. battled for the first season championship. Dale Jr. won on a tiebreaker, and this season they're going head-to-head once again. Preseason starts tomorrow night for the Wings. Yeah, I saw there were some other teams that have started preseason play. I don't really watch preseason, though, for like anything for that matter. Because it doesn't matter. Yeah, it stinks we didn't qualify top 10. If you're wondering why there's a new setup, I'm actually streaming from my living room today. My sister's at work, so any days that she's kind of at work, I think we're going to stream here because I have a lot better internet connection here than what I have in my room. And it's like that with Wi-Fi or no Wi-Fi for whatever reason. All right, we're on the inside lane. We only have 9 laps. Hope for the best. Should have more straightaway speed than I did in practice. Hopefully my dog being out of the kennel is not going to bother me too much, because I need full focus. We're just sending it. We already wrecked out Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton has DNF'd. I just ruined his race. You know, I didn't think I hit him that hard. Oh my gosh. And my dog jumped on the edge of the couch, like right in front of me. And that's why I was riding the guardrail. I don't want to put her in the kennel. Last time I did this, I had to put her in the kennel because she was like running around rambunctious, like right on top of me. And I couldn't focus, and that's like the case right now. So if you're wondering why I'm all over the place, that would be why. I feel like there's more speed in this car than what I had in practice, though, when I don't hit anything. Unfortunately, I can't pit for fuel or tires because I brought out the caution. So that's going to hurt. Try to hang on to 22nd here and go from there. Poor Jeff Burton. Absolutely ended his race. I have a lot of damage too, which is not good. Matthew Dorter Bruno, thanks for tuning in. That was a sloppy start. That's what I get for qualifying mid-pack. Poor Jeff Burton. I didn't think I hit him that hard. I mean, I did hit him pretty hard. Poor Kyle Petty got shoved out of line too, but I didn't think I hit him like that hard to just completely blow his fuel cell. Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to have to pit here. I would imagine the entire field's going to come down because we're probably going to be within the fuel window now. But I can't take fuel or tires, unfortunately, because I caused the accident. So we'll see. Yeah, everybody's pitting, it looks like. There's some cars staying out. Not everybody's pitting, so maybe we aren't within the fuel window. I still can't take fuel or tires. I have over 6 seconds of damage. Per my rules, it's an unfair advantage if I cause a caution and end up pitting for tires, fuel, so that's why I don't do it. Virtue of this career mode, especially with the races being short and super speedways are the only tracks you have to pit more than once. She's on the other couch right now. She literally, my armrest is like right next to, like basically right next to my right elbow. And she literally jumped up, kind of brushed my shoulder, and that's when I ended up in the guardrail in the S's. It just completely messed me up. That was a sloppy start. And unfortunately, we tore up our good equipment. We're in 15th. There were some drivers that stayed out. I couldn't tell how many of them did. Single file restart, this should help out a little bit better. 5 to go.
This is between you and the leaders, 2.5 seconds. 5, buddy, 5 to go.
All over Tony Stewart's back bumper. Just gotta be smooth. That was a very aggressive way to get by Joe Nemechek, who just hit the... Oh, there's a wreck behind us. Oh boy, I'm sorry. I did not do that. Joe Nemechek hit the guardrail on the S's, and I think he wrecked himself. Tony Stewart picking up some spots. That car is going wide. I'm going wide. Look out.
Watch it. There's a car on your left.
I don't think this is going to end the race.
You're still there. Keep days. All clear, buddy.
Oh, he hit me back.
Watch it. There's a car on your left. Still beside you.
Dang it. If I would have got back in the gas a little sooner, I think I could have gotten by Ashton Lewis. This isn't going to end the race, but yeah, what happened to Joe Nemechek? He hit the S. Oh my goodness. Michael Waltrip, Ward Burton ran into him. I did not do that. I cleared him in the S's, and then he just went straight. Came in Uncle Friday night. Congratulations. Some sloppy racing right now. The good news is I could stay out. I don't know if cars in front of me pitted or not. I kind of hope they did. That might have moved us higher in the... No, we're still in 13th. All right, one lap dash. It looks like we're going to send it, try to get a top 10. Oh, man. I got off turn 1 really well. Nice pass. Oh, I pushed it too hard in the next corner, though. Passed 1 car, and then got passed by 2. Net loss of 1 spot. Dang it! Thought I could have had a shot at a top 10. That was probably it. Now I just got to hang on for dear life here to the end of this race. Ryan Newman, what are you doing? How in the world did he think that that was going to work? He went up the middle 3 wide into the bus stop. I wish I would have qualified with this setup because it feels way faster than what I had originally. Oh, wow. Pass dashing on the outside. Well, 13th, right where I restarted. I mean, I think we had a top 10 car. We just didn't have enough laps. All the cautions. Bobby Labonte wins the race. That might be his first win of the season. Tony Stewart finished 5th. It wasn't much of a race. We only had like 3 laps there. We met our sponsorship expectations. We had a top 25. It stinks. I think I could have had a top 10, but we had too many cautions. And yes, I caused the first one, but the second one I did not cause. They just wrecked. Joe Nemechek just blew a stop sign in the S's basically and caused that. I need to keep that setup in the car for when I go there next time. I really wish I would have qualified with it because then I would have been ahead of the carnage and maybe could have had a better finish that way too. Means a lot to the family, I'm sure. Especially if it's like your parents' first grandchild or something. Sold out Sunday for Big. Yeah, I have a buddy of mine that wanted to go to the game, and unfortunately I can't go with him at least. I hope he still goes. But Talladega is the same race, so I'm doing commentary with you guys. The game doesn't start till like 3:30, I think. 3 or 3:30. The race starts at 2. Okay, so we obviously damaged that equipment getting into that wreck, but we still had a 13th place finish. Honestly, I'd be more upset with that, but again, I have not played this game in 3 weeks, and I just feel off when I'm driving the car. I don't know if you guys have like taken like if you're actively playing like the same video game consistently, and then you take like even just a couple days off of it, you kind of feel weird getting back into it right away. 3 o'clock, yeah. Where are we in points? 26. So the goal is to get top 25 in points. I still think that's doable. I can't remember how many top 10s I have this season. 22 races. We have 2 poles, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s. I was thinking I had like 5 top 10s, but I guess not. Alright, somebody's calling me. I don't even know where my phone's at. It's up on the table. I don't want to move because then my dog's going to move. So we're just going to stay right here and hope that that's not some sort of a random emergency call. I don't think it will be. Alright, so we are building a chassis there. With that being said, we can definitely overhaul probably this one that we just used up in the last race. So we'll do that. And we'll have a 2-race overhaul. We have like 11 more races on the shop edition, so that'll take most of the season. Maybe it's my sister now. She's at work. I doubt it. I didn't need to run to the store for anything today. I did that on Friday. Probably a spam call. I've been getting a lot of spam calls over the last couple weeks. That stinks. I think I had like a 66 engine power in that engine. Definitely was faster in the race than I was in practice and qualifying. It's just disappointing I didn't qualify. I messed up in the S's in qualifying. I didn't hit the wall, but I went wide, and then I think turn 1 I could have pushed a little harder. I was surprised my second lap was actually quicker than my first, because my first lap was 26. We do have... Okay, so we are going to have a lot of downforce at Michigan. We have a decent engine. We finished 24th, I believe, at Michigan in the first race there, if I remember correctly. So I think we can have a decent run. Biggie ceremony is Saturday afternoon. That's weird that it's... Is it like before the... Because they play at night, I think, the day before. I do believe. Alright, on to Michigan. Should have a pretty decent car, I would have to imagine. Tire grip. Okay, so those are pretty much the same. We'll just go with the 97 condition. Engine, we're going to go with the 62. 61 drafting, I think I saw. Or, yeah, 61 drafting with the 67 downforce. It's going to give us a 63 overall car. We have 64 for Watkins Glen. Improve the power and efficiency. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm currently doing right now with the Shop Edition. Shop Edition is the engine efficiency, I think, is what we're trying to help there. Unfortunately, it was a 12-race Shop Edition. Unfortunately, the Shop Editions are like anywhere between like a quarter to a third of the season, so you can only have like 3 to 4 a year, and that's if you have the money to purchase them on time, which luckily we've been able to do because we have been completing a lot of our sponsorship expectations this season. Our rookie season, we did not, and I think that's why we're 26th in points versus, what, like 41st is where we finished last year? All right, I'm going to practice. And the main reason is because I haven't ran an oval in a couple weeks on this game. Good news is, going to an oval, I'm glad I'm going to Michigan. It's a wide racetrack. I don't really remember hitting anything when I was here the last race. It's just getting through the start. You just got to get through those first 2 to 3 laps before the field starts to space out a little bit. And then I'll feel comfortable. I'm basically having to learn to play this game all over again. The difference is I'm in the second seat. I have better equipment, so my expectations should be higher. Versus the first season, I was trying to learn every track on this game. That's what sucks about taking a break. I was excited coming home after work at night and streaming this because I was getting better and better. You could see the improvement, not just with, you know, the car, but me as a, you know, the driver. That was a beautiful corner. Picking up Michigan pretty quickly. One thing I was kind of noticing at Watkins Glen, and I'm sure it was like this before, the longer I'm on the brakes, the more it wants to go up the racetrack. You almost have to just kind of like hit the throttle and let it stick to the track that way. Kind of similar to how the next-gen car drives, to be completely honest. Just let it sit in the track, let the car do the work. But the grip level of this race car at this racetrack right now is beautiful. Comes Dale Jr. He's probably going to be one of the faster cars in the field. I do have to enter turn 3 a little bit lower. We'll let Dale Jr. get by me here first. I remember in the draft I was actually really competent on the straightaways here, and if I had somebody in front of me, I was kind of able to pull away with them. So hopefully we have that in this race. Not going to be able to keep up with Dale Jr. though. He's too fast. I might be using too much brakes too. I really have no idea. Dale Jr.'s pitting. I'm going to pit 2. I'm going to make a adjustment. Make a wedge adjustment. Try to drive it. Going to take a half a round of wedge out. I don't want to take a full round. We're just baby steps. Baby steps. Laptop capable of handling the stream. Since I updated OBS, at least, yes. Everything's running good right now. And the internet connection in my living room is better as well. So there's also that going for me. I am still having the issue, though, when I unplug my laptop, it shuts down. So I have to have it on the charger. It'll stay connected if I have it turned off and then turn it back on, and then like 10 minutes later, it'll shut off randomly. I don't know if that's like some sort of a power saving mechanism on the laptop, and I went into my settings and tried to adjust what I thought I could, and it wasn't really helping. And it's not even overheating anymore either. Like, I thought it was doing it because it was overheating, but I updated OBS. My laptop doesn't run as hot anymore, and it's still having that issue, even though it's not running hot. That wedge adjustment feels great, because the car stuck beautifully in turn 3. Granted, I wasn't up to speed yet, so we'll see the next lap if it will stick or not. Good news is my dog is sleeping right next to me, so it'd be great if she just, you know, decides not to wake up for about another hour until we get to the end of the stream, and then she wakes up and I can take her back outside again. It'll be good. I'm going to have to get a new laptop, yeah. Advanced streaming. I mean, as far as, like, visuals, I don't see anything bad. Let me know if there's any glitchiness, but it doesn't look bad on my end right now. Not like it was. That half around a wedge out of the race car, by the way, is making this thing stick. Drove it in really deep. Actually got it to stick in turn 1. Trying to find that line of how deep I could push it in turn 3. It's a sharper angle getting into the corner. I'm not able to push quite as hard. I might have a little bit too much downforce in it still. I really didn't check before I hopped into practice, and I should have. Yeah, I didn't stick there. Definitely can't be going that wide. I stayed in the gas, so I didn't scrub too much speed off, but that's just not the way this game works. Most of these tracks are one groove on this game. So I entered lower, that was better, but it still obviously wants to sail off in the middle of the corner because of how flat I entered, which makes sense. I don't know, I mean, we'll see. We'll see where I topped out on my best laps compared to everybody else. Better than Jack Sprague, Casey Mears, Ashton Lewis, Christian Fittipaldi. Johnson wasn't really a get up to speed lap. Same with Brett Bodine, so I mean, slightly low. I mean, you look at the top speed, 201.682. Our top speed is up there past Steve Park, but not quite as fast as Jerry Nadeau. Where was Nadeau in practice? Nadeau was 5th? So, I mean, top speed, we're up there with guys in the top 10. I'm going to try to take another round of wedge out of it. Or, sorry, not another round, another half round. Which I think is definitely going to help for qualifying. And then we'll have to kind of figure it out from there. Hopefully it's not going to be too loose. Top 25, it's all we need. I think we're capable of qualifying top 25. Now it's on the driver. We know we've got the grip level. That was a beautiful corner right there. Yeah, that round of wedge out of it, I'm a little scared. If I make just a little bit of contact, I might spin out. It is on edge. Loose is fast if you can hang on to it, they say. That's why Kyle Larson's as quick as he is. I also think that that's why his performance has dipped a little bit in the next-gen car, because those cars drive better tight than what they do loose. From what I've heard from various drivers in interviews and stuff. It's a great corner. That was even better than the lap before. Keep it steady on the straightaway. Don't scrub too much speed off. We're going to get Good top speed entry into 3 and 4. That was beautiful. I might have backed it up a little too much, but it stuck to the bottom better than any lap I had in practice. Come on, top 25. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, we're gonna see some traffic come race day.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, 23rd. The way he scared me, the way he said that, I didn't think I got it. He said that like I qualified the back of the pack. No, mid-pack again. 23rd. Just like we were at the Glen. I still didn't check the downforce. Yeah, downforce... not bad at all. Somebody's calling me again. I really should get up and check that. But my dog is still sleeping. So if she gets up, I'll get up. I'm just going to hope that that's a couple of spam calls. 26th ranked offense versus the 4th ranked offense. Lions on Thursday. Hey, listen. Our offense might not be ranked that high by like passing yards or, you know, just total yards in general. We don't score a lot of points, but we don't turn the ball over, and that is why we're in games. That's going to be the big goal. I mean, Jared Goff doesn't turn the ball over much either. If somehow we could force the Lions into like 2 turnovers, I'd feel good about the Packers winning. If Goff doesn't turn the ball over at all this weekend, it's going to be tough. But yeah, I think the team with the most turnovers easily is going to win Thursday night. Green Bay just got lucky yesterday. Derek Carr did get hurt, which definitely helped us. To say we got lucky, I wouldn't say necessarily that. I mean, they just played harder in the 4th quarter, it looked like, than what they played the entire game before that. Defense was still good. Defense was good when Carr was in. Yeah, they gave up a couple touchdowns, but they held them to 17. Like, that's good if you can hold an NFL team to less than 20 points. So defense did their job pretty much the whole game. They stepped it up even more in the 4th quarter, and the offense finally started clicking. I mean, Jordan Love has nobody to throw the ball to. Aaron Jones was out. Christian Watson's out. That's probably our 2 best offensive athletes on offense, and they were both out of the game. So he hasn't been working with much, and he's still doing a good job. So credit to where credit's due. He's having a good season. Makes me feel like he's a rookie, even though he's not a rookie, just because he hasn't played much. People say, oh, he's been in the league for 4 years, but he hasn't played. Yeah, so it's basically, you got to treat him like he's a rookie. Miami scored 70. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on an alert during the live commentary stream yesterday, and I was like, oh boy. Poor Denver fans.
Wide and fast, we may even see some guys go 3 and even 4 wide. There are several grooves to choose from here at Michigan.
Elliott Sadler has been working hard at qualifying all season, and it's really showing.
All right, we need a good top 25 run here at Michigan. We finished 24th in the first race here this season. We qualified 23rd. We'll probably run right about where we qualified most of the race, so we definitely have to execute. I'm keeping the 1 round of wedge out of the car. If it gets too loose late in the run, I'll short pit and put the wedge back into it, or at least a half a round back in.
4-year tenure with Roger Penske.
A lot of people, Ray Evernham included, believe Mayfield still has a lot of untapped potential.
8th best offense, my bad. Was off. They were probably the 4th, and then Miami, you know, if they weren't already ahead of you guys before, they definitely are now. This is definitely a racetrack I want to win at, just with it being my home track. I feel like Brad Keselowski, I'm going to come close to winning here a few times and just never win. Home track at Michigan. Every time I go there, they always talk about Brad in the pre-race, like, oh, he's from Michigan, he's never won here, but he's been so close so many times, and then he ends up like doing the same thing again. He won here as an owner this year, though, I'll give him that. Oh boy, Jeff Burton's right there. That's not good. I hope he just drives away from us. Or we drive away from him. Probably gonna lose a spot to Johnny Benson. That's unfortunate. That's alright. We'll get it back. I know I'm better on the long runs than the short runs on the intermediate tracks. Woo! Got a little light off turn 2 there. Luckily, I had a hole between Bodine and Harvick. I overdrove it. just a little bit.
Number 45 is still there. Still
Sorry,
beside
Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. Oh, boy. About turned myself there, middle of the tri-oval. There we go. That's a good corner. I'm not pulling away from him, though. That's not good. I mean, this is the same setup I had in the car for qualifying. There we go. Now we've got a good run. I think they might have had a checkup or something there. Whatever it was, it worked for me. Johnny Benson's got to go. He's slowing me up. Terry Labonte side drafted me.
Number 5 is coming high. The interval between you and the leader is 4.5. Off pass. Clear on both sides.
Hermie Sadler's holding me up.
On left.
Couldn't get underneath him there. I feel faster than him.
The 5
He's holding me up. Stop blocking me. Now I'm not even on the bottom going into the corner.
still there.
Dang it! Yeah, I can't stick the outside. I haven't even tried that lane in practice. I knew that wasn't going to stick. Hermie Sadler was holding me up too long. Once Terry Labonte got under me, it's game over. Fortunately, Kevin Harvick's underneath me now. We're going to be 3 wide, and I'm going to be in the middle going into 1. Damn it! Oh my god.
All clear, buddy.
What the heck was that? That was payback, wasn't it, for me driving him into the wall? God bless America.
You're clear.
Well, we're going to have a caution for debris here pretty soon. Oh, yep, there he goes. We wrecked all the speed out of it now. You know, that wasn't even my fault. I was just put in a bad spot there, 3 wide middle. I knew my car doesn't handle well on the outside, and it got tight just like it did the corner before when I was on the outside. Unfortunately, I had a car above me. The best thing I could have done there, I should have backed out, but there was a whole train of cars on the bottom, so even if I backed out of it, I was still going to be on the outside, so it was a lose-lose situation there. I blame all that on Hermie Sadler. If he didn't hold me up the lap before on both ends of the racetrack, would have gotten around him, we would have just pulled away from everybody, but instead it took too long to pass him, and then that happened. He just got swarmed. It was like a hornet's nest. It's like I took a baseball bat to a hornet's nest and there were just cars everywhere. St. Brown and Gibbs. Well, we can't pit for fuel or tires because I was involved in the incident. That stinks. That stinks. First 2 races of the stream and I get into wrecks both races. I don't know if I'm going to come back to get a top 15 here. I don't even know that I had top 15 speed in this race. I was definitely faster than some of the cars ahead of me and just didn't survive the first, what, 4 laps? That's where that caution took place. You get 5-6 laps in, I'm really good on the long runs on the intermediate tracks especially. Short tracks and road courses, I seem to be not as good on the long run, but intermediate tracks, you give me like 5-6 laps, so we start clicking off positions here and there. Just took too long, unfortunately, and now we're in last. We're in last. We may get more debris cautions, I don't know.
Keep hitting those marks. Leader's about 5 seconds ahead.
I would imagine the speed's wrecked out of this race car. No chance we're going to be anywhere close to as fast as we were. Now, maybe we can still get in the top 30 and hope that we can get top 25 from there. The problem is we've just got so many cars to try to pass. That's where the difficult part's going to lie. We've got some cars pitting right there.
Nice pass. You should be about halfway off field.
Field's not very spaced out, so those guys are more than likely going to stay on the lead lap. Some of them might go a lap down, but I'd probably say most of them are going to be on the lead lap. I can drive it into the corners much deeper, and that's where I'm able to make passes on these guys. I should have slid up. I waited too long to slide up. David Green's still there. Definitely drive it in deeper into turn turn 1 than I can turn 3. That was turn 3, and I did a great job not making contact with David Green because I had every bit of a chance I could have there to make contact with him, and I never did. Let's get by Jack Sprague. We do have some cars a lap down. Now, if we got a caution that trapped a lot of these guys a lap down, that would be great. Because we're in 27th. I guess most of those guys did go a lap down. I didn't think they were going to, but they did. Oh my gosh. Who is this, Biffle? He's just like Hermie Sadler. He's just in the way. Literally faster. And I just can't pass him. Do I go right sides only? Oh, got somebody blowing up. Hopefully that's a position. It is. All right. Only because I have to gain track position back, I think I have to go right sides only. Hermie Sadler. Who's this? Hermie Sadler, Kenny Schrader. 3 wide, try to get by them both. Woo! That's a slide job right there. Oh, man. I don't think the tires are going to hang on. Got to pit this time. Try to get all the time I can coming in. Don't speed. There we go. I didn't speed. Did not speed. It felt like I did a good job getting into the pits. 4 tires and gas. Come on, guys. Quick stop. Moffitt's in the Truck Series this weekend. Oh, for front row. That's interesting. No sports on for you tonight? I'll be watching some Monday Night Football. Oh, no! No! Put it on the... Oh, my God. 22.3 second stop. That cost us a top 25 there. No chance we're getting a top 25 now. Look at how far behind the rest of the field we are. You've got to be kidding me right now. We're nowhere close to the rest of the pack. Now I really want to caution. And the sad part was it was on the left side tires. If I would have taken right sides, we would have gained time on pit road and we would have avoided an error. Unfortunately, now I did cost myself by getting in that wreck and putting myself back in traffic. I'm well aware of that. But at the same time, that mistake made our pit stop 5 seconds slower. I don't know exactly how far behind the next closest cars we are. We're definitely not going to be able to get inside the top 25. We only have, what, 7 laps left? 6? 6 this time by? We're going to be lucky to catch up to one more car, to be completely honest.
Number 5 is entering the track ahead.
That was stupid. I was doing a good job recovering myself for making that mistake early in the race. 2 seconds behind Fittipaldi. I mean, we'll catch him, just... Dang. Don't have any drafting help, which isn't great either. I mean, that was equivalent to a speeding penalty. 5 seconds after that mistake on pit road was equivalent to a speeding penalty. The difference is I didn't speed, so it sucks to have that happen. Could have gotten the top 25. Unfortunately, we're going to fall back in points probably too. And we're not going to get our sponsorship bonus for finishing top 25 because I'm in 42nd. Even if we had a late caution now, we'd only have a lap or two left when we go green. Maybe get a couple spots on fresh tires, but we ain't going to drive all the way up to 25th. Matt Kenseth was the car that blew an engine, by the way. I'm driving it so hard, just trying to catch Fittipaldi now. That sucks. I mean, this was a good race going for us, and pit crew messed it all up. Unbelievable. It was a combination of me and my pit crew. But I'd say mostly the pit crew, because I did make up back to 23rd. Dang it. They took so long. Like, he was just kind of sitting there with the tire in his lap for the longest time. It's like he just had a brain aneurysm and he couldn't figure out where he was or what he was supposed to do. I have this tire in my lap, but what am I supposed to do with it? Put it on the car! Just put it on the car! Dale Jr. gonna win this. He was fast in practice. Fastest in practice, actually. Oh, man. I'm regretting not taking right sides. Only. I think the left side's had a chance to make it. It would have been close, but we'll never know. It would have saved me from having... I mean, if the pit crew just didn't make a mistake, 4 tires is the way to go. They made a mistake, and we're going to finish 42nd because of it. Could have had 3 straight top 25 finishes. Our sponsorship expectation. Indy, Watkins Glen, 14th, 15th. And fortunately, it's going to be 42nd here. And we were probably 1 lap away from passing this other car up here. It's very off the pace. But we ran out of laps.
We got beat by a lot of cars.
Yeah, we did. It's your front tire changer's fault, too. Dale Jr. finished 4th. Tony Stewart wins. So he gets redemption from having the fastest car at Watkins Glen and not winning with it. And unfortunately, now, well, Jeff Green's not really a rival. We got our qualifying bonus. We just didn't get our race finishing bonus, unfortunately. We've got... I think Richmond's coming up at some point on this stream today. And Bristol. That's not good. That's not good. Well, didn't we actually have a good finish at Bristol earlier this season? We finished in the teens, I think, because we got a lucky caution. Will we have that kind of luck again, is the question. I don't think so, but yeah, I think we finished top 20 at Bristol earlier this season. Maybe we get another caution again. Who knows? I mean, that's why you got to stay out as long as you can. Oh, no, that's right. I DNF'd because I got the caution, but then I tried to get my lap back, and I ended up DNFing. That's right. Otherwise, it would have been a good finish. Alright, so... Gonna have to overhaul probably this one. Yeah. Let's go 4 race overhaul on the engine. Could have went 2 races if I would have finished top 25. Thank you, pit crew. Alright. On to Bristol. Who would be the most scared? I mean, I've been on roller coasters before. They don't bother me. It's been a little bit. I don't think I've been... I went to Cedar Point a few times. I think the last time I was there was when I was like 17 or 18, so... I think 18, like just after my 18th, around this time of the year. Yeah, well, we lost 2 spots in points. We're back to 28th now. I really want that top 20 points finish. I think we can do it. Unfortunately, though, we are, let's see, 2, 7, 6. We're exactly, that's going to be tough, man. 276 points back. That 42nd place finish did not help us. So we were only 100 and something back before that. And I think Johnny Benson had a pretty good race. See, I used to race growing up, though, too, so, like, roller coasters never really, like, I didn't look at them as, like, a sense of, like, fear or anything like that, because I used to at least going, like, fast. Obviously not in the air like that. I had flipped a couple times, I think, before I'd even gone on my first roller coaster, so, I mean, that kind of took the fear of flying, I guess, out of my head immediately, because I was like, oh, okay, I'm okay. All right, yeah, top 25... qualifying race, and I didn't realize, yeah, we're gonna have to get new sponsors here pretty soon. We only got 1 race left there, so yeah, we'll have a whole bunch of new sponsors then after this stream's over, or before the stream's over. We got 4 races left, and we have 4 races on our sponsor. On to Bristol we go. Give me the most tire grip. Got a 62 overall car. I like how every race we run, it's getting progressively worse today. Considering I've wrecked in the first 2 races of this stream, that's not good. We finished those races though. I think I'm still only at 1 DNF this season at Bristol. That was it. Early in the year, I DNF'd for the first time earlier this year. I think we had 3 DNFs last season. All right, let's look at the car setup. A lot of downforce. I'm going to take that downforce out. And we are going to see exactly what kind of speed we're going to have here. Just hop right into qualifying. This probably isn't a good thing to do here. Probably should have practiced first. But top 25. That wasn't a great corner. That wasn't great either. Better than the first lap. 28th. Dang it, man. We were so close. I went up the track a little bit too much in turns 3 and 4. All right, so we have to stay in the lead lap and hope for a caution. Not good starting on the outside. Dang. That was kind of ugly. All right. Good news is I got to the bottom quickly. Bad news is I lost 2 positions. Oh boy. I forgot. I do owe Terry Labonte one, but I gotta wait for when it matters the most. I don't need to caution this early. We need to get into green flag pit stops first. Get quite a few drivers trapped a lap down and then get a caution. We just have to stay on the lead lap. I mean, short tracks definitely are not my repertoire on this game, if you couldn't tell by the career mode already. Oh, look at that. Jeff Green off the wall. Into Kyle Petty. Got to stay in front of him. Yeah, definitely not getting a top 25 on speed this race, which I kind of figured going in. Kind of doomed from the start, really. Give me room, Steve. Jesus. What are you doing? Run your own race. Almost turned myself cutting down in front of him there. Gee, will you just drive? Oh my God. Well, that costed me a little bit of time too. Gotta take care of the car. That wasn't a good corner. I blew the entry there. Oh my God. We're good. We are okay. Man, Matt Kenseth's back here. Oh, that's Kevin LePage. I thought it was the DeWalt colors for a second. Never mind it. Ain't nobody close to Matt Kenseth. I'm sliding up too far wide. Giving up too much bottom, and guys are able to get around me that way. I'm pushing so hard. Oh no. I had to lift or I was going to eat that wall. It's alright, didn't get brake trained that time. I just gave up the one spot. Lap 13 at all costs. Got to stay in the lead lap in case you get that caution. Unfortunately, Tony Stewart's right behind me already. I think I was faster in the first Bristol race, to be completely honest. I think took too much downforce out of it. And I'm just too out of control. Oh my God. Oh, we're going for a ride. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my God. What was that? That looked like a cartoon crash. What the heck was that?
Changed hands quite a bit, didn't it? How about that? They were battling for the
My car just pirouetted into the air. The guy who was on the outside of me on that.
And ultimately paid the price for it.
Well, you're bound to have bad days in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. The key is having a team that can put everything back together and continue forward at the same time. Those guys will be fine.
The 199 car.
There it is. Look at me. Look at the other. Oh my God. Who was that? Was that Hermie?
Sometimes those instincts get a little out of
Was that Hermie Sadler?
fun to see what happens next.
Who was on the outside of me? They pirouetted 10 times higher than I did.
We'll see you next week at Darlington.
We need a good angle. Look at how high that other car is, and they just land on their nose. Jesus. That was very cartoonish. Oh, we can get a different camera angle? Look at that. It was Hermie Sadler. Oh my gosh. That was so cartoonish. At Bristol of all tracks. Like on a short track where you would least likely see anything close to that happening. This might be a better angle of it. Here we go. Oh no, I can't get. I want to get a good angle of just seeing that other car flying. Oh my goodness. Poor Hermie Sadler. Did I finish ahead of him at least? I don't think so, because he was parked in front of me. Nope, last place. Man, I cannot get a break at Bristol. Yeah, he was like just in front of me when we both landed after coming down from 50 feet in the air. Oh my goodness. Broken bones, broken arm, broken ribs, broken butt. Yeah, definitely a broken butt. I landed right on the wheels. Spinal compression. Hermie Sadler went right on his nose. Banged his head against the steering wheel. Just came down, just boom! Just looking straight at the ground. Oh my gosh. That's probably going to drop us even further in points. 29th, yep. Well, I mean, we obviously didn't get either sponsorship expectation there. Dang. Alright, well. Sponsorship. Need a new secondary sponsor. Average start 20th. Qualify 15th. Qualify 20th. So, man. We haven't qualified top 20 at all on this stream. 23rd, 23rd, and 28th. Let me see what my average start is. Because my average start might be high enough. What was it, top 20 it needed to be? 26th. Well, I ain't gonna get that. We're gonna have to go top 20 then. Alright, so top 20 it is, because our average start's 26.0 right now. So, welcome to the team All-Pro. 29,000 per race, bonus of 119,000. So, gotta qualify top 20 now, which is unfortunate, because I think I'm a little bit less capable of being able to do that. Bunch of injuries. Yeah, definitely put me in a neck brace. I'm probably in a wheelchair, actually. I mean, I couldn't have landed more on my rear end than how that... Well, I guess we kind of landed on our right side tires, but it still probably would have herniated my disc or something. And, that was not pretty. All right, tire grip. We're going to need the best we can here for Darlington. Southern 500 should be a pretty decent pay race. Oh, yeah, that chassis is all... It's done. 60 on the engine power efficiency. We're going to have to take our best stuff here. Body. 66. 65. All right. 65 overall race car. Out 7 to 8 weeks. Yeah, I should just like simulate like the next 6 races or whatever because I'm out because of an injury. I'm not doing that. We need all the runs possible, even though I didn't get much money that race because of lack of sponsorship expectation. Darlington, I don't think went that badly for me last time. I think we can get a good run here. Definitely going to practice. I think I can have a good run at Darlington. I think Richmond's after this. That might not go well. And then we have New Hampshire, which I finished top 15. I barely missed the top 10. I think I finished like 11th or 12th there earlier in the season. So, fortunately, though, this race is a little bit longer than the first Darlington race we had earlier in the season. Okay, I definitely got to push a lot harder going into the corner than that. That's why we're practicing.
Take it easy on those tires.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to push it that hard and just hope. It was a good lap. 28.760. Hopefully that was fast. A little floaty off turn 2. It's good when there's nobody around me. Don't think I'm going to get that lucky in the race, unfortunately. Southern 500, was that ran at night in 03? I don't think it was, because Terry Labonte won that race. I remember it being a day race, but it could have been a rain race too, though. We had our first season, but it's been so long since our rookie season of this game. It's been over a month, probably. .28.462. I mean, that was my fastest lap yet. Getting more and more comfortable with it the more laps I run. Oh, there's a Darlington stripe. Yeah, I can't be doing that. I know the more contact I make, the more ill handling the car gets. I hit pit road this time. That was a solid pit road entry. As I say that, I almost looped it around, but I didn't realize the commitment line was that late. Definitely don't want to make any wedge adjustments and risk having it too loose, because it's a little floaty off turn 2. I just kind of let it turn on its own. I'm not really on the analog stick at all when you get right off of turn 2, because it feels like if I was, it would want to hang a left. So hopefully that doesn't get bad in the long run, because we are going to have to take this run longer than what I did in the first race at Darlington. But just because I have to qualify top 20, I still only have to finish top 25. And that should just be my goal for like pretty much every race except for Talladega. Talladega, we're going to go out, we're going to try to get at least top 5, because we did in the first race there, and we also did in the Daytona 500. Glued to that hash line. Run 2 more laps. A little qualifying trial here. There we go. Use a little bit more brakes into 1 and 2. This might be my best lap of practice yet. Definitely don't want to feed it all the way up to the wall, because I feel like if you do that in the race, somebody's going to poke their nose underneath you and try to make a pass. That was a great lap. 28.461. I think that like almost matched my best lap of the race, but it looked a lot smoother than my original best. That was not good. Yeah, I can't be doing that. When in doubt, if I slightly overdrive the corner, don't stay in the gas, because hitting the wall in this game is a huge detriment. It damages your car so much, especially in the career mode, when you don't have as much money or equipment to be able to run versus later in the career mode. All right. Wow, we were quick. All right. I don't think we'll be that good in the race, but top 25, I don't see why we can't do that. Actually, I did just kind of realize it is a day race, because otherwise we would be in the nighttime right now, even with practice. Oh, I scraped the wall getting into 1. I had to brake more, otherwise I wasn't going to make the corner. Alright, so I already messed up lap 1. Got to get through 3 at 4 well to start lap 2 off as good as I can. Trust it. Top 20.
All that matters is we're in the show.
28.57. 35th? Wasn't that better than what I ran in practice? Oh, no, I had a 28.4, I think. I have a 28.4 in practice, or was it a 28.6? I think it was a 6 at Michigan. Like a 40-something, or 30, I think it was a 38.6 Michigan. I think I was a little bit faster in practice. Well, that stinks.
MRN.
I mean, at least we're starting in the bottom lane, I guess. Objective, complete all the laps. Top 25 is going to be tough starting this deep in the field. Be better in the longer run. It's a good launch off the start, though. Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry. Sorry, Ashton Lewis. Gained 5 spots on the first lap, although I did just pound Ashton Lewis into the wall. Hopefully that damage doesn't come back to bite me. And hopefully he doesn't come back up to bite me either, because he will try to wreck me if he sees me again after that happened. I don't know if I'm going to have long run speed here, considering how hard I'm pushing the car already. Oh, I entered so much lower than I wanted to there. I got underneath Sprigg and he crowded me a little bit. I somehow stuck the corner. I don't know how I did that. Made a clean pass. I would like to know how I did not qualify well. Because in the race, oh boy, a little contact right in front of me. At least I'm not the only one banging into cars off turn 4. Wanted to make sure I had Biffle cleared there before I set the car in the track. I still didn't have him clear. Crap. Oh, I just somehow kept it off the wall. I don't know how I did that. I made contact with Bodine right in the middle of the corner. I thought that was going to do it. As long as this thing doesn't get too tight on me on the long run, I think we'll be okay. Oh my goodness. They checked up in front of me and I was not expecting that. Oh, there's Hermie Sadler. For his hellacious crash at Bristol. He's upset at me for it. Makes him feel any better. I went high up in the sky too. Oh God. Thought I was going straight into the wall. It was a dangerous spot to have contact with Kenny Schrader, both on the track and on the car. I don't know how that car didn't stick there. It felt like it was going to stick all the way through the corner and it just never did. Oh my gosh, this is a handful. Trying to keep the car as clean as possible at Darlington on this game, let me tell you. For the first 8 laps, I'm not doing bad, honestly. We do have a legitimate shot at a top 25. I did not think I was going to pick off that many spots off the start of the race. We'll see if I continue to get better in the long run. I just feel like I'm abusing my tires with how many cars I've passed already and how hard I'm pushing, that I just don't see my tires hanging on to the end of the run like they usually do on the intermediates. We're faster than Hermie. He held me up at Michigan, and Bristol accidentally got into him, trying to pass him. Or getting passed by him, I should say. We're definitely faster than him right now, so I would like it if I could get a good run off the corner, at least just get side by side with him going into turn 1 here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Come on, Hermie, move. He ain't even mad enough to hit me either. There we go. Good exit. Now we're going to be underneath him going into 3. Should pass him.
Don't let him by, but try not to hold him up either. Number 2 is still there.
Got him.
Halfway on gas.
That was the pass for 25th. I swear, if my pit crew makes a mistake like they did at Michigan, I drove up to 23rd in that race, and they costed me any shot of not only a top 25, I finished 42nd. 22.3 second Ford tire stop there. Can't let that happen again. I'm pitting right at halfway. Give me 18 laps on tires, both runs. Nobody's really passing me unless, like, I get into the wall or something. Or, well, I mean, I hit the wall that time, but I also hit the cars in front of me, which caused me to kind of go straight. Otherwise, I know I entered deep into that corner, but I think I would have been fine if I didn't hit anybody in front of me. That shot me straight up the track. Honestly, though, the handling of the car is not bad. That damage, because that was probably the hardest hit into the wall I've had so far in this race, that might hurt a little bit from a speed standpoint. Get it fixed when I make my pit stop. I mean, the picker's going to have to be on it. I don't want to have to come out in like 27th, 28th and try to get some of these spots back, because that's when I tend to push it too hard and I get myself into a mistake. Michael Turner, thanks for tuning in. Sorry if I haven't been looking at the chat mid-races. Good thing the races are short to try to look in between the... Oh, we've got a caution. I think my right front came off. My right front came off, causing a debris yellow. Oh, boy. Trying to get this spot on Nemechek here.
The 25 car is still there.
Got him. 23rd. Alright. That's right at the edge of the pit window, too. I would imagine the whole field's going to come in here. I did cause the caution. I hate that it was for debris. I think it was because I noticed it was in the red when I hit the wall pretty hard when I got into the back of, I think it was Nadu. Alright, so we're definitely going to pit. Yeah, everybody else pitting. We're just going to say it's alright. Found a new spot for streaming just for when my sister's off of work. And so that way the dog stays more calm, so I don't have to put her in the kennel. And I have slightly better internet connection here in my living room. Alright, so we got the 23rd. Come on, guys. We need a fast 4-tire stop. No mistakes. I don't want to line up worse than 25th and have to play offense. Because I can play offense, you know, even start in top 25, but I know I don't have to push as hard knowing I'm faster than some of the guys ahead of me. It's just, I don't know how I qualified 35th. I really don't. I didn't think I messed up in qualifying. My lap time I thought was better than what it was in practice. It might have been a 10th worse, which cost me a few positions, but I definitely wouldn't have qualified top 25 even if I had that 10th. Come on, go. 18.1. That's okay. That was not too slow of a stop. I don't know where we came out. Wow, Jeremy Mayfield. I was going to say, he was behind me, and he ended up jumping up to 10th. I think we're okay. I think we had a... Yeah, 15th? What a stop by the boys. We gained 8 positions on pit road. I did not take off well in that restart, by the way. The initial start, I took off pretty well. That restart, not so much. Gordon. We got Jeff Gordon behind us. He's probably quicker, if I had to guess. Actually, quite a few of these guys behind us might be quicker. I didn't think we were going to have that good of a pit stop. Oh, no, 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 no. We're okay. I tried to keep it off of him. Wow. You want to talk about side drafting the guy. Oh boy. I didn't think Mark was going to squeeze in there. He's probably quicker than me too. Who am I kidding? Roush and Hendrick Motorsports are way better than Woody Racing. I'm willing to give up a few positions. I kind of don't want Ward Burton to get in front of me. I think I'm trying to catch him in points too. I think if we just stay where we're at, we'll be okay. Position-wise, Burton's behind me. He's got better equipment. Same stuff as Martin. Jeff Burton, that is. He's got to get by his brother first, though. And I think he's also got to get by Ricky Craven, too. Felt like I was catching up to a couple of those guys ahead of me. He's got to settle in. Again, 5-6 laps into the run, and then we could start clicking off. That's kind of our pace in the intermediate tracks. My pit crew cost me a top 25 at Michigan, but my pit crew today at Darlington, Southern 500, good pay race, they might have allowed me to get a top 20 because I don't know that I would have been able to do this without them. Jeff Burton just passed Ward. He's probably going to get around us, which stinks because I'm catching up to a couple cars up here too. I'm going to try to keep Jeff Burton behind me long enough to catch these next couple cars up ahead of me and then see if, you know, he follows me through. Rusty Wall's probably going to be quicker too. Oh, that was the opportunity for Jeff to make the pass, but Rusty got underneath him first. I think Jeff hit the wall. Getting off turn 4. Drove it in really deep. Maybe too deep. Pretty good through the middle, though. Still got a run on me. Oh. Lucky I ricocheted off the wall in front of him. Come on now. 11 to go. 12 to go. Ken Schrader in front of me. I passed him earlier. He had an even quicker stop than I did. Man, that dirty air got a little tight there. I was pulling hard on the analog stick, trying to keep it off the wall. Oh, man, can't let Rusty get around me here. Trying to pick him behind Schrader. Stay underneath Rusty. Slide up a little bit. Gotta clear him. All right, we cleared him. 16th. There we go. Hold him up. He didn't hold him up very long. It only took him one extra corner to get around him. I was hoping he would stay in front of him for a couple laps, give me some clearance. What a run at Darlington of all tracks. Especially sitting out as long as I have. Surprised I'm running as well as I am right now. Good thing I got that cut in the middle of the corner. I did a good job keeping it off the wall. All in all, because I got the cut in the middle of the corner, it wasn't bad despite how hard I drove it in. Pushing the entry so hard because I'm really trying to do whatever I can to not have him get around me. I pulled him in 1 and 2. On the longer run, it's kind of okay to let the car sail up the track a little bit and get the cut down. The problem is because the tires are older, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to cut like it has been. Lap by lap by lap. It's just kind of a hope I don't get into the wall and hope it cuts soon enough. I didn't overdrive the entry that time. I think Jamie McMurray's in front of us. We can get a top 15 here. We're catching a couple of these guys still in front of us. You just got to make sure I don't get passed by Rusty Wallace or Jeff Burton. were really the only 2 cars that are actually hanging with me, which I kind of figured on that restart when I was seeing who was in the rear view behind us, because Gordon and Martin already passed us. They passed us early, and I kind of let them go because I didn't think I was going to hold them off very long. Because they definitely seem to be even quicker than Rusty and Jeff. Pretty good in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is hit or miss. Oh boy, that was close. That was... We made a little bit of contact, but it wasn't much. Just very slightly. Oh no! Fudge. Fudge. Oh boy, he's mad. Jamie McMurray is mad. No, Jamie. Jamie. I'm not trying to. He's hitting me. Get out of the way, Jamie. Oh, we're 3 wide. We ain't doing this, man. Here comes Dale Jarrett. Hold them up, not me. We ain't catching Rusty or whoever that other car was in front of Jamie McMurray anymore. Really hope Dale Jarrett gets by McMurray. How in the heck did I hang on to 16th through all that? Sucks I got to 15th and then Jamie costed me that spot on Rusty, but we got Dale Jarrett behind us. He kind of came up out of nowhere. I didn't realize he was behind us still. He was probably getting held up a little bit more by, what's his face, earlier in the run. Come on. Thought Dale was going to get to the outside. Oh, Kenseth's behind us too. Dang, we got a slew of fast cars here. Doing what I can, guys. Just trying to hang on for 16th. I'll take a 16th place run. McMurray's fading. Ooh. Slid up a little bit more than what I would have wanted. 2 to go.
2 more times around.
Kenny Wallace, by the way, was that other car that was in front of us. And I'm surprised Rusty hasn't passed him yet, because he got around me clean when Jamie and I made contact. Dang it.
Still beside you.
Oh, boy.
We can't lead laps with no fuel. Pit now.
Hang on. Oh, right front went in the red at the wrong time. It didn't cut. I had to lift a little more in the center of the corner. Come on, one more corner. Just got to hang on for one more corner. I did. All right. Let's go. 16th in the Southern 500 at Darlington. I will take it. Great job, pit crew. Great job all the way around. Wow. I ran my heart out in that freaking race.
The drivers didn't spend much time on.
Wow. 16th at Darlington. I didn't get my secondary sponsor bonus because I didn't qualify top 25, or top 20 for that matter. Qualified 35th, and we finished 16th. Unbelievable job. Great job by the pit crew picking me up 10 positions, because we were 23rd when or 8 positions. We were 23rd when the caution came out. We got to 15th. Not a great restart. Fell to 17th, but then got one of those spots back, and we held on. So we had some faster cars behind us at the end. There were a couple cars that we were faster than in front of us. All in all, yeah, solid race. Unfortunately, we go to my worst track on the career mode next at Richmond, so we're going to be lucky just to make it to the end of this one, but, you know, not too shabby. And on the point standing side, we might have gotten one of our spots and points back. We were 29th. Sad part is we were 26 just 3 races ago, and then we fell to 29th those 3 races, and we got one spot back to 28th, and we're not far behind Kenny Wallace, who barely beat us in that race. I think we beat Terry Labonte this race. I don't know about Joe Nemechek, but yeah. I mean, top 20 points is going to be a lot harder now That DNF at Bristol really hurt, and then the 42nd place finish at Michigan hurt. Richmond, we're probably not going to have a good race here if I had to guess, but we'll see. I think I'm going to bring my worst stuff to Richmond. Because I'm just going to... Like, we're going to bring this beat-up engine there. I think I'm going to have to do that. Save the chassis for New Hampshire, because New Hampshire is a good track for me. We'll have the overhaul body just in time for Dover. Or sorry, the overhauled, not body, but the overhauled engine. A couple of good bodies that we could save. Can do anything there. Can overhaul a chassis for Dover. So we'll use this one at New Hampshire. We'll use... 61, 60. Overhaul this one. 2 races. So that'll be ready to go for Dover in the next stream. I'm working with what we've got. Shop Edition, 8 more races. Oh, finish ahead of Terry Labonte is one of our sponsors. I kind of forgot about that, honestly. I think we beat him. We beat him that race, and I think we beat him at Watkins Glen too. Obviously, Michigan we didn't, and Bristol we didn't. All right, on to Richmond. Bring our worst stuff and hope for the best. I just don't want to bang the car up too badly, you know. Or I should say I know I'm going to bang the car up too badly, so therefore I don't want to waste my good stuff at my worst track. Obviously, we're going to have to get good on the short tracks at some point, but it can't be the full focus when you're still trying to build. You know, you want to get better, but now is not the right time. We're only 2 seasons in. Yeah, 20 seasons to win 200 races. Unfortunately, we have not won one yet. It's been a while since I've watched Winvow's career mode. Did it take him 3 seasons to win a race? No, I feel like it only took him 2. I feel like he won on the road courses. We had a shot to win Sonoma. Well, I mean, I say we had a shot because we were leading with 2 to go, but on speed we really didn't have a chance. And Watkins Glen, I just didn't qualify well enough. Darlington, I maybe could have finished top 15, but I didn't qualify well enough. Finished 16th, it was close. All right. We'll try to qualify top 20. I don't see it happening. That was my worst equipment. I should have just not qualified at all because I doubt we're going to get anywhere close to top 25. Oof. Hey, shut up. Alright, I don't think this is the right way to go about it. We're going to Chastain it, and we're going to try to get a top 20 and qualify in this way. Come on. Turn off and go. Top 20. Give it to me. Pull, baby! We stole that one. Oh my goodness. Third career pole, we stole it. I didn't think I was going to get that fast. It was 28th. I might have been able to get top 20 if I actually tried hard enough. Well, we did, but... Oh, man, that was great. Well, that's a good thing I qualified. Unfortunately, we ain't going to be that fast in the race. Our third career pole, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it a clap all the way around. Third career pole.
Offers a little something for everyone, doesn't it, Barney?
Richmond is a great racetrack. It's always fun to come here. We should see some close racing. So
that's phenomenal.
Here. The 199 car is starting up a bit of a rivalry recently with the 42 car.
A little bumping now and then is okay. They just
that was more his fault than my fault, by the way. My rivalry with Jamie McMurray.
He's got a long way to go on the points list.
And, of course, nobody wants to be on the bottom of that points list. You'll have to work extra hard to pick up spots. Not an easy task to dig yourself out of a hole in this series.
But Cheerios Dodge is not having the year he had hoped for.
I wish I could have sponsors like this in the career mode. I honestly don't remember what all sponsors. And obviously, like, I only played, like, 4 seasons of the career mode the first time I ever played this. I won a championship, and then I just, you know, stopped. And that was not on the channel either. Like this, I want to go all the way through it. I ran slightly longer races too, but I wanted to play all the way through the career mode on this. And I'm not even sure like what all sponsors you get when you're at the top of the food chain there for a little bit. So we'll see. On the pole for the third time, or did I get that right? Yeah, third time in our career. I think all this season. I got lucky. I kind of chastained my way into it. And we're probably going to free fall. Maybe we get lucky, we get a couple cautions. I doubt it. Gives me more incentive to race this race out. We have a 50 overall in our engine, so I don't expect us to stay anywhere near the front. And we're probably going to have every last car pass us before the end of this race. My car is not going to handle well either, obviously, with the 58 overall race car. Anytime you're in the 50s, it ain't gonna be good. Newman not giving me a lot of room there. And that's why I leaned on. Ain't no way we're stealing a top 25 here. We'd have to get extremely lucky with multiple cautions. Oh, I overcorrected it. God bless America. I was 3 wide. I made slight contact with Mark Martin, but then I overcorrected the race car, trying not to wreck it. Dale Jarrett's gonna be so mad at me. I'm still in the top 10 after 3 laps. I feel like I'm taking care of my tires a little better than what I usually do here too. I think I have finished a Richmond race. I think the first Richmond race this season we finished. I know I DNF'd in both of them last year. I had 3 DNFs last season, 2 so far this year. My 2 this year were both at Bristol. Well, we're 12th on lap 7. If I get a top 25 somehow on my worst racetrack, oh my gosh, ain't gonna get it racing like that. Now we're 11th after 7 complete laps. Make that 12th. Rusty just blew around me on the outside. I babied that corner. That one I did not baby. I mean, this is my worst stuff, so, like, if I were to, you know, beat and bang, it wouldn't hurt me financially. But I really don't want to make any rivals if I can help it. Especially New Hampshire, Dover coming up. And I think they got like 3 races. Those 3 races back to back to back for me could be really, really good. Jeez, Jerry Nadeau trying to move me. Jeez. I got the memo there. He hit me first. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Joe Nemechek just ran all over Jerry Nadeau there. I'm still 15th. A little bit of luck. Jerry Nadeau not going to be happy with me. He lost a lot of positions out of that, by the way. Gives me a little bit of room to run. I mean, because I qualified so well in this race, I think I could actually stay on the lead lap up to green flag pit stops here. Unlike at Bristol. Plus, it's a quarter mile bigger of a racetrack. I just want to back the corners up more. I'm way looser off the exit. Somebody blowing an engine. Bobby Labonte, that was another spot. I think that got me back to 15th. Oh, no. Oh, no. That ain't good. Get off the wall. Get off the wall. Yeah, that wasn't good. It looks like it's gonna stick when I get back into the gas in certain moments, especially off turn 2. That wall comes up so quickly. There's Jamie McMurray again. Jesus. I've got a DNF. Yep, there it goes. I mean, I saw that come, and the writing was on the wall there. Ay. Oh, now we'll never know where we were actually going to finish. I don't imagine I had a very good car anyway, but I was hanging on as good as I could until I couldn't anymore. We got the qualifying bonus. We qualified on the pole, which is big. Obviously, we didn't beat Terry Labonte. I think we did beat Bobby Labonte because he DNF'd. Although, when I DNF, I think they come back out and finish the race. Yep, it's stupid the way they do that. But they do, and because of it, I finished last for the second time on the stream. You couldn't tell, short tracks are not my repertoire. My goodness. I wasn't expecting Richmond to go well going in anyway. I mean, the fact that I qualified on the pole, we got something out of it. It wasn't a complete loss. It wasn't great either, but kind of a cheap way to get a pole. Is that the new achievement I unlocked, I take it? Alright, we've got one more race on the stream. And then after the race, we will sign our new sponsors and then end the stream. So we will have new sponsors to sign as soon as this next race is over. Going to New Hampshire, we'll bring our best stuff there. I got one more race overhauling there, so can't do anything on that. Can't overhaul anything on the engine side of things. We could probably sell this engine we just tore up at Richmond and look to build a new one. I would like to have some new pieces for Daytona at the start of next season. It's a little early to start doing that now, but it's something we've got to start thinking about, I think. Let me see what I could do with my crew members first. Team. Engine builder. 69, 66, 65. Let's see what we get. Oh, yeah. Oh, we can get a way better engine builder. This is our engine builder we had right now, that lure guy. Oh, we can get way more than that. 79, 73, 72, 78. New crew chief then too. Oh yeah. Yep. Why rebuild at the end of the season when you can just build at the beginning of this or middle of the season? I think I said that right. Glad I checked that. Should have done that much sooner. So we could, I would assume our pit crew could be upgraded. Yeah, pit crew could be updated too. We're going for skill. We're not going for speed anymore. Skill guys only. Even if it costs us a couple seconds on average per pit stop. I mean, our last pit crew showed that when we didn't make mistakes, we were fast, but we did make mistakes quite often, so I don't want any more mistakes. Going for all skill, guys. And this is right before... Should probably check to see if that third guy had better skill. I didn't think he was going to. Yeah, it was probably the guy we had before. Gas man, catch can man. Gas man, 79 skill. Catch can, 77. All right. Okay. So we did that. Now we can definitely sell this engine. We can build a new one. Nine races, which will be plenty ready for Daytona. What do we have left on the season? So we gotta understand here that we need 9 races at least on our builds. I think we have 10 races to go, so that'll be ready to go. We need to have a build on the body and the chassis after New Hampshire in order for us to have like new stuff at the beginning of next year for the Daytona 500. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I wish I would have made that switch quicker, but I didn't think anything of it, to be completely honest, obviously, as you saw. All right, well, we're going to do what we can, I guess. One more race on the stream. One more race on the stream. That'll be it. So, race weekend it is. I think I'm good to go. I can't do anything garage wise. Well, I mean, I could probably sell one of the... I don't want to sell a chassis yet. I could probably sell one of the bodies. That body's probably the worst at 100%. This one could have been overhauled, but oh well. Sell that. That gives us 87,000. What does that do for a potential overhaul here? Yeah. 6 race, 92. Yeah, we'll wait off. We'll hold off on that. We'll see after the next race. Get new sponsors. Got to qualify top 20. I think a Canaan, New Hampshire. Honestly, if I remember correctly, wasn't New Hampshire one of my first polls? I think Sonoma was my first career poll, and I think we qualified on the poll at New Hampshire, too. Got to bring our best stuff. '63. I think I had a 65 at Darlington. Peter Conover, by the way, welcome to the stream. Hit that like button if you guys haven't done so yet. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. And we've got an earlier stream today. Plan on the rest of these career mode episodes to not be live streamed this early in the day. Just appreciate everybody that has tuned in so far with that being the case. Gonna practice. Practice makes perfect. This car will slide around a ton, I'm sure. Gotta make sure we don't make severe contact with guys. And that we don't overdrive it. That was not a great corner. It's exactly what I meant by don't overdriving it. That's why we're getting the cobwebs out in practice. It feels very sporty. I mean, the new crew chief.
Easy now. Gonna need some of that grip later.
That new crew chief might be the way to go. He might win me some races before the season's up. Who knows? I remember Dover, I was like top 10 the whole race until I think it was the lap traffic slowed me down. I ended up finishing like 12th or something like that. So it's not out of the realms that I could get a top 10 potentially 3 races in a row. Charlotte I was really good at as well. Practice a green flag pit stop there. I don't plan on making any adjustments before the start of the race. This could be a good race for us. This, I think, is a great race to have as our last race of the stream. I think, if I remember correctly, Atlanta will be our last race of tomorrow's stream then, running 6-4, and then we'll finish up the season, and then also run the Daytona 500 for season 3 on Wednesday night. I just updated the pit crew, and the Jackman is already falling onto his knees. That hurt my knees just watching him. Luckily, it's in practice, and it didn't matter. But in the race, that better not happen. That's all I'm going to say. Can't be happening in the race. I think we are good to go for... Oh, yeah. Look at how fast Mark Martin was. 26.8. I don't know that I want to make any adjustments. I won't make any adjustments into qualifying. I might run happy hour after this and could potentially make some adjustments off of that. I do like when it jumps down to third gear. I feel like I get a better launch. This low downforce in it, it doesn't allow me to really do that. Although it did it right there. Ninth. I don't know if it was because that corner was better or 1 and 2 was better. We're going to find out. That was way too loose for way too long. I feel like lap 27.496. I did pick up. Oh, man. I did pick up. It just wasn't up there enough. 27.4. I'm going to run a happy hour session before the race. I want to see if I can... I'm going to put all that downforce back into it like it was, and I'm going to go from there. Tire pressure down, suspension. I want to see if this is going to help the lap times at all. I felt like I could have qualified better than that, to be completely honest. Felt I could have had a shot at the pole. That was not good at all. I need more grippage than that. Now the car feels looser than what it was. Pushing as hard as I possibly can here. Really trying to get a gauge on what setup's faster. 27.433. $27,491. I almost don't think it matters. This is probably better for the longer run. The downforce setup is probably better for the longer run. Because on the short run, 27.334. I'm going to go with this. Because I do think it'll add more grip for the long run. I'm going to hope and pray that it does. And I did run faster than what I did in qualifying. 27.3. That would have been a top 5. Yeah. Going to hope that that's going to be the best case scenario, and we'll go from there.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, man. This couch sits low for me to just be like up on the freaking on my knees basically. Just talking about Picker member fall on his knees. All right, Picker's got an extra chance of practice here to try to get accustomed to their new team, I guess. Whatever the issue was on that first stop. Final race of the stream. Look at that practice time. Wow. Yeah, we picked up 5th in practice. 5th in happy hour specifically. All right. Not that far behind Dale Jr. I think McMurray ended my Richmond race. Well, it didn't help I was mowing the wall down as many times as I did before he got to me. It definitely didn't help. Alright, well, we'll get to see us in the top 10. How about back-to-back top 10 starting positions? On the pole at Richmond, 6th here. I wish I would have been on the pole here rather than Richmond because I do think we have a better car. I think I qualified on the pole at New Hampshire the last time we were here. And granted, it was with the similar setup that I have in the car now.
Starting the race from row 3 are the UPS Ford and the 199 car.
The 199 car. All right, Keegan. What is this? 30 laps, if I remember correctly. We have 30 laps. Yeah, 10% of 300. So. Come on. Got to get to the bottom quickly. That is a must. Well, couldn't have done that any better. I don't know if I'm going to keep up with these guys in front of me necessarily. But... Oh, Bill! Got by Kurt. I don't know how the heck I still accelerated as well as I did with that contact getting in. Oh, that was my fault. My straightaway speed is going to be lacking with this setup. So we're going to be under duress a little bit more on corner entry. We just got to hope that we get off the corner a little bit better with this setup. Just not getting the drive off I really want. So I'm stuck with this kind of downforce the rest of the race. Unfortunately.
You're 4 seconds off the lead. Stay smooth. You can catch it. The 2 car. It's up high. All clear, buddy.
I didn't trust getting on the gas as soon as I did there. I definitely know I'll be short pitting at lap 15.
Your right front tire's wearing down. Try another line or you won't last.
Should start running automatic here. Or manual, I mean here, because when I downshift to third, I feel like it's so much better of a like just grip off the corner. I think Harvick just hit the wall behind me. We did get a late caution at New Hampshire. I think it was last season. And I got a top 20 finish as a result of it. The only time it's really downshifted me to third in this race is when I'm going wide. I think it's just because I have more engine power than what I usually would here. Just because overall my car is better than what I pretty much ran at New Hampshire, and that's why I'm not getting off the corners as well. I can't accelerate, even though I'm faster overall. It's really weird. I didn't accelerate well there because Bill Elliott was behind me. Dang it. Sorry, Kurt. I was really hoping there was going to be a hole there when I came from the top to the bottom in the middle of the corner like that. Oh, he moved me.
Hey, we don't need a bad reputation.
I didn't enter the corner very hot that time. And as a result, he got to my bumper. Oh, I was trying to... I'm sorry, Kurt. I'm sorry. I was trying to get in line behind him and ended up hooking him instead. That costed me so many positions.
Only 8 seconds back to the leader. Stay hungry. 20 more.
I don't think this race is going anywhere near as well as it could have.
Easy on the bumping, bud.
That's a good point right there.
Let's get a new left rear tire.
The 15 car.
Oh my God.
Number 15 is down low. Okay, we lost a spot. Clear.
Oh no. I was really... I'm not hanging on very well. It's just too tight. It's too much downforce in the long run. I thought this was going to be better for the long run. It just made the car even tighter. I mean, obviously I'm burning the heck out of my tires, but oh my gosh. Was he pitting there? Why was he, like, driving up into me before he pitted?
Okay, you've got some driving to do.
I obviously came down, but he came up too. Alright, we need a caution that traps a lot of these cars a lap down. That's what we need.
Gas tank is getting empty.
Oof.
Big lick. You okay?
Ouch.
Car down low. The 97 car.
God bless America. Of course it's Kurt Busch.
The 10 car. Top 5.
I need to pit.
Clear all around.
Let me get to the bottom. I gotta pit. I gotta pit.
Behind you. All clear, buddy. You're dropping back.
Jesus. Oh, man. I think my hood's gonna come off. I chose not to repair damage there, and that might not have been a good decision. I was just trying to make the pit stop a little quicker. I know your aunt has been diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. That sucks. I hope she has a quick recovery. I'm not sure how the stages go. Like, I don't know if the higher the number is worse or if it's like stage 1 is worse. I have no clue how that works. Jesus, Kevin. I know he's trying to pit, but I didn't do that when I was trying to pit.
Made it to the halfway mark.
You know, the problem is that caution? We're probably going to get the caution I need. The problem is I already pitted. So I'm a lap down until everybody hits pit road, and it's probably going to be a couple laps before that happens.
Some of the leaders are coming in together.
Well, at all costs, we have to finish top 25. 28th right now. Got to get a top 25 finish.
Number 31. Top 5.
Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out! Oh man. That was not a good place to be. Oh, we got somebody coming out of the pits. What was that all about? I never hit him.
The 10 car is exiting pit road ahead.
Yeah, hit him, Bobby.
Keep digging. Clear on both sides.
Well, there's the caution we needed. I think we're a lap down, though. I don't think everybody cycled through the pit stops. I knew that was going to happen. I didn't repair damage. Stage 4 is the worst. Now, that's terrible. Has she already had it then for a while, and then, like, they found out, like, it was worse, or, like, just now getting diagnosed with it in general? I usually don't pit in these kinds of situations, but I'm a lap down. I shouldn't go against my own rules. This is a one-time only deal. I don't think I would make it to the end of the race with the damage on the car right now. Had quite a bit of significant damage on multiple occasions with Kurt Busch that definitely didn't help. And I don't know what Steve Park was thinking, but he decided to blast my driver's side door off too. I really don't know what Steve Park was upset about. You know what? Was he one of the cars that was trying to pit when I was underneath him? I think that might have been the case. Well, unfortunately, we're in last. There's a lot of cars lapped down. I don't know how many of them are lapped down. To get to the top 25 in 8 laps, 7 laps, because we're lapped down, it's going to be difficult. We'll see if we can do it. 7 laps to try and get it done. Got fresh tires. I think I'll definitely get back up to where I was running at 31st. I'd like to think I probably would. Not getting as good of a drive off as I would have hoped I could have gotten at this track coming into the race. Oh, we got cars pitting yet. Oh! Don't wreck. We're good.
The 41 car is still there. Number 41 is still there.
Kevin LePage's door is off now.
All clear, buddy.
There we go. That time it downshifted to 3rd gear. Forcing myself clear on LePage that time up to 31st. Downshifts to 3rd. I got to run I keep saying automatic, a manual transmission next time I race at New Hampshire next season. I got to remember to make that switch. Of course, Steve LePark's going to come out on fresh tires around us. Go, get away from him. God bless America. I got to give that spot up.
The 30 car is getting in your way. Some contact.
Jesus. Get away from him. He's coming. He's coming to get us. Oh, don't do that to me. He's still there.
Your right front tire's wearing down. Try another line or he won't last. If you let him mind, he's gonna make things tough on you.
Well, the good news is we made it inside the top 25, up to 21st. I'm not sure how many more positions we can get because I really don't know how many cars are a lap down. That caution in the middle of green flag stops. And we have one less lap to pass these guys because we are a lap down, unfortunately. Final lap. Entered so deep into the corner and it did not want to stick there. Michael Waltrip is a lap down. I don't think Jimmy Johnson was. Contact with Bobby Labonte. 18th, 20th. Oh, they both beat me at the finish. I should have used them up a little bit. 20th. I only got one spot on the last lap there. I had him, and then I just didn't get off the corner that well because I was so far pinned on the bottom. I mean, I'll take a 20th place finish, I guess, because it wasn't look. I feel if I ran a manual transmission, I would have been a little bit faster. So I would have taken advantage of those downshifts. Terry Labonte barely beat me, and we needed to beat him for one of the sponsorship expectations. We had him beat until the very last split second, and then he beat us. That sucks. All right, well, I mean, qualified 6th, 20th place finish, top 25 finish, top 20 qualifying efforts. So we got 2 of the 3 sponsorship bonuses, excuse me, diagnosed on Thursday. Like, all together. Like, so she was unaware that she had breast cancer even before this? That stinks. Alright, we were not bad at Dover last time we were there. I think we can have a decent run. Better than 20th like I ran at New Hampshire, I would like to think. Chassis, we can use the 100. And we can actually overhaul one of those as well. We'll wait on that for a second. Building a chassis there. We do have to build a new body before we get to Daytona. 9 races. Drafting will be a 69. Nice. That'll be the highest there, so that's good. All right. Got that. And we can overhaul that, although I... $64 if we overhaul. Need to overhaul one of these. Not sure which one be the way to go. I think we're gonna have to wait to overhaul any of them because I don't think we're gonna have the money to be able to overhaul anything for right now. Body. I mean, we can overhaul 6 races with the body, but that won't be worth it. So we'll hold off on the overhauls for right now. Yeah, I mean, I've never really been in, you know, any sort of, like, testing for anything like that before. Thankfully, not, you know, just myself, but with any loved ones, so I don't know exactly how that all works. Alright, so qualified top 20 still, obviously. Wow, that's a 27 race sponsorship. I didn't even realize that. Oh, my goodness. Payday sponsor. That's interesting. 76. What's payday? Average top 30. Average top 30 for start and finish. And then finish ahead of Joe Nemechek. Average top 20 finish. Finish 15th. 203, 118. None of these are guaranteed. I don't know what my average finish is. I have to check out what the average finish is. Average start should be top 30 because it was 26, and that was before I qualified on the pole and 6. So I jumped up to 24.7. Average finish 26.6. So then Joe Nemechek, for points paying purposes, we'd have to beat him too. He's 25th in points, and we are 28th. So the only guarantee that we can get that sponsorship bonus would be if we beat Joe Nemechek. which is not going to be easy. He's really good on the super speedways, too. And we have Talladega coming up soon. So it's either that... It was that... Finish 15th. I mean, that pays so much more, too. Per race, and I think we might have to go with the Payday sponsor. All right, well, Payday, welcome to the team for the primary sponsor. What car number are we now, 21? I think it's a Busch Series paint scheme. All right, so we got Payday as a sponsor. Oh, that takes care of, like, everything then. Well, that kind of, I didn't think about that. That kind of stinks, actually. So we need to rely on beating Joe Nemechek every race. If we don't beat Joe Nemechek, we ain't getting our sponsorship bonus. We're going to get it for average start, average finish. The more we, finish top 30, the better average is going to go. Same thing with qualifying. We're already above it pretty comfortably. 24.7 average start, 26 point something average finish. So, yeah, I mean... All right, well, we'll see. Payday sponsorship. I've never really been a fan of Payday. The peanut / peanut butter candy bars. I was always more of a Butterfinger guy. Reese's. Payday wasn't I'd probably prefer Snickers over it too. It's not in my top 3. It might be Mount Rushmore. I'd have to think about that a little more. So, Garage, Shop Edition, 6 races. We'll be able to purchase another Shop Edition at the end of the next stream. Yeah, I mean, Dover, I think, could be a pretty good run. As much as I want to run that race right now, I think we have to hold off. Because we only have 9 races. Yeah, we have to hold off. Because the off-season of the next one. So tomorrow we'll run 6 races, as usual. And then we'll just run 4 the race after that. And the reason being is because we'll finish off the season. And then we'll have the long off-season. And then obviously we'll have the dual race before the 500 the next year. And then we'll run the Daytona 500. So we'll do 6 races tomorrow again. Start time for the stream. Not sure, to be completely honest. I don't know what to tell you guys right now. I think start time for the stream, it's either going to be, I don't know if I'm going home or if I'm working out first. If I work out first, we're not going to stream till probably 7-ish Eastern time. If I come home first and then work out, we're probably looking closer at 5:30 start. So it's kind of the heads up, I guess, on that. Anywhere between 5:30 and 7, we'll be streaming some NASCAR Thunder 2004 tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. On the road to 5,000 subs. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.